So let's see how can we combine two events together. So union is where we take these two events and we simply take the event A and B and we put their outcomes all together. That is the union, in which we can include the events which are either in the outcomes which are either in A or in B or present in both of them. So union is denoted as A union B, whereas intersection is where we can get whatever is common between both of them. So it's the set of all outcomes that are included in both A and B. So the intersection is denoted by this intersection sign. Here is the difference, guys, between the mutually exclusive events and non-mutually exclusive events. Since mutually exclusive events does not have anything in common, so here if we take their union, we can simply add them up. So we can simply add their individual probabilities. So probability of A union B in case of mutually excluding or non-overlapping events is given by this equation. So it is P A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B. In case of overlapping or non-mutually exclusive events, we can see the intersections. So here, if we take the unions, we can add their individual probabilities, but we need to take out this part which is common to both. So we take their union as probability of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Why we are taking this intersection out? Because if we don't do that, we are trying to overcounting the events which are common to both of them. Okay guys, so let's elaborate this with this example. So we have event A which is getting 2, 3 or 4 on throw of 2 dice, and event B is getting 3, 4 or 5 on the throw of 2 dice. So let's see how we can put them together. So when we make this diagram, we call this diagram as Venn diagram. So when we make this Venn diagram, so we have A where we have 2, 3 and 4, and B we have 3, 4 and 5, whereas we see that there are intersection between A and B. So 3 and 4 are common to both of them. So let's take their probabilities. So when we take their probabilities, we can have probability of A, which is probability of 2, 3 or 4, and we can simply add them together, 2, 3 and 4. Remember guys, in one of the toss, while you are throwing it once, you can only get 2. You cannot get 2 or 3. So in that case, getting a 2 or a 3 or a 4 in just one event is a mutually exclusive event. So simply we can add up their probabilities as we do in this case. So we can have 1 out of 36 in case of getting a 2, and 2 36 and 3 by 36. So total we have 6 by 36 outcomes together for probability of seeing a 2, 3 or a 4. In event B, the outcomes are 3, 4 or 5. So we add up their probabilities and we get 2 by 36 plus 3 by 36 plus 4 by 36. So total we have 9 by 36. Their intersection is where we have common amongst them. So we have 3, 4 and basically these two are in their intersection. So if we take their intersection, so we can have 2 by 36 plus 3 by 36. So we have 5 by 36 events where both of them share these events. So when we take their union, we take their individual probabilities, this one and this one, and then we take their intersection and subtract this value of intersection from that. So total we have, if we take their union, their probability is 10 by 36. You can simplify that if you want to. So in the end, we conclude that a union is given by taking their individual probabilities, adding them together, and subtracting the intersections. So in case of mutually exclusive events, the intersections are 0. So we can simply add up their probabilities if you want the union. But in case of the in case of the overlapping or non-mutually exclusive events, you need to subtract the intersection from the sum of these probabilities.